The FMS Rafale has thrust reverse and no one knows about it. So the other day I was messing around inside the canopy of my FMS Rafale here, and I found this little yellow wire just hanging out inside here. On the free wing 64mm F-16 that is marketed for thrust reverse, there's a little yellow wire, just like this guy here, that's inside the canopy of that plane. And in the manual, it tells you plug this yellow wire to an available channel in your receiver and assign it to a switch, and there you have thrust reverse. So when I saw this little yellow wire hanging out here inside the canopy of this 64mm Rafale from FMS, I thought maybe this plane has thrust reverse. So I went ahead, plugged it into my receiver there, and sure enough, boom, it does have thrust reverse. As you see, the wire here is attached to the lead of the ESC, and all you have to do is assign that to an available channel on your receiver there, assign that channel to a switch, and you have activated thrust reverse on your FMS Rafale. Now you're not going to find this in the manual, you're not going to find it on the box, you're not even going to find it on the website. In fact, FMS mentions none of this at all. I don't know why, but the FMS Rafale does in fact have thrust reverse. As you see, I have it plugged into my receiver, and now we have thrust reverse. Alright, so I've never actually flown at this location before, but we're going to give this a try. It's the only area that I know of that's big enough that is paved that I can use wheels on, because our field is grass and it's a little too rough for these wheels. So yeah, we're going to give this little parking lot a shot. Should be good enough. All right, and she's up. And the sun is going down a little bit here, so we're just gonna keep this kind of calm here today, because like I said, I haven't flown here before. I'm just really checking out the landing abilities, or the thrust reverse abilities, I should say. So we're gonna go get set up right for landings here. I just want to see exactly how she's gonna settle in. Oop. Alright, so we're going to try that again. I actually landed and I went to hit thrust reverse, and I hit the wrong switch and I almost smacked it into a curb down there. So let's try this again. Taking off. And she's up. And I am taking off in her safe feature, just because like I said, I'm not too familiar with this field. And I'm already all kinds of jittery because I haven't flown in forever. Alright, so let's bring her around and get her set up for a landing again. I'm pretty high here, so I'm gonna bring her into a pattern here. I'm at half throttle here. I was a little too high on that other attempt. So we're just gonna bring her around. Like I said, I'm not getting too fancy here today. We're just trying to shoot some landings, that's all. And we're gonna throttle off there. Let her relax in. Add a little bit more power in, rudder. And thrust reverse. And there she goes. She stopped right on a dime. That is actually pretty awesome. So let's flip her back into forward thrust. And bring her back around. And we'll hit the switch right here. And there you go. FMS 64mm Rafale with thrust reverse. Who would have thought it? All right, so we're gonna do one more. We're losing daylight here and my battery's down to about 30%. So let's do another takeoff and landing. All right, she is up. And when it gets to the silhouette hour here, I kind of start to lose orientation. So we're gonna back off the throttle here. Here's my timer. I'm gonna throttle off there. Let her come in. Glide in nice and easy. Throttle off. And she's down. And thrust reverse. All right, and she is stopped. Let's bring her back around now. And there you go, thrust reverse. And it looks like my little fuel probe there is bouncing around there. Let's check that out. Oh wow, look at that, it's loose. I'm glad I didn't lose that in flight. This just, you know, just plugs back in like that. And there you go. So if you have one of these 64mm Rafales and you have that little yellow wire dangling around inside your canopy that you didn't know was there, or you didn't know what it was for, now you know what it's for. If you take that little yellow wire and plug it into the signal pin of an available channel in your receiver, assign that to a switch, and there you go, you have thrust reverse. I actually didn't notice that little yellow wire when I first bought this plane and put it together. I just literally just noticed it just the other day when I was playing around inside the canopy of this thing. But yeah, there you have it. Thrust reverse on the 64mm Rafale, and no one knows about it. But that's it for me for today, and I'll catch you guys next time.